Hey guys, it's Yolante, the social butterfly, and welcome to my look, the holiday sleigh. First, I'm going to prep my skin by adding a mattifying primer from Thank Me Later. I'm going to add a generous amount to my entire face. Next, I'm going to add my full coverage foundation from Juvia's Place using a beauty sponge. And I'm going to ensure that I have a flawless complexion by adding the product over my entire face. Next, I'm going to correct any dark circles or blemishes by mixing my correctors. These are the LA Girl Pro Concealer / correctors in orange and peach, and you'll see me putting them under my eye and also around my mouth area. Next, I'm going to set all of that with a pressed powder and a beauty puff. And I like to use a beauty puff because it adds a really good amount of coverage, but it also presses the product in to ensure that I have a matte finish, which is what I'm going for this look. Next, I'm going to highlight using my MAC 24-hour concealer. And I'm going to highlight the areas of my face that I want to bring forward. And I'm going to use my beauty sponge again to blend that all out. So now I'm going to use a light colored pressed powder to set under my eye and the other areas where I used the concealer. So because the concealer is lighter than the rest of my complexion, I chose to use a powder that is lighter than the rest of my complexion. Next, I'm going to contour with an angled fluffy brush. And I'm going to go over the forehead, over my cheekbone area, and then I'm also going to bring it down on my jawline to define and chisel out my entire face. And remember to blend everything out so you don't have any lines of demarcation. Next, I'm just taking a fluffy brush and I'm removing all of that excess powder that I put on earlier with the light colored pressed powder. And now you'll see my face has some definition and it's chiseled. Next, I'm going to contour down the sides of my nose to give my nose a more chiseled, sculpted look. You absolutely don't have to do this. This is an optional step. Next, I'm going to add a shimmer highlight on the tops of my cheekbone. And next, I'm going to add a blush to add some color and warmth to my face. And then I take a large fluffy brush and I run it over my entire face so that all of the lines are blended out and that everything runs together and looks smooth. Then I take a smaller brush and then do the same thing for my nose area. Next, I'm going to take this cocoa brown eyeshadow pan that comes with your Studio Minx Cosmetics palette. I'm going to chisel out right above my crease to give my eye some definition. Then I'm going to go into the Studio Minx Perfection palette and use this deep maroon color and a smaller fluffy brush and go just underneath where I put the first initial cocoa brown color. And that's further chiseling out my eye and giving me definition. Now I'm going to take that same fluffy brush and I'm going to go right on the edge and outer corner of my eye and create a V, like a greater than or less than sign, just to create some sultriness and some depth to my eye for this particular look. Then I'm going to go in with that taupe beige and I'm going to put that on the area of my eye that I know I'm going to add the sparkle and shimmer on later. And use a flat eyeshadow brush and just pat it onto your eye and try to stay below your crease so that you don't go above all that work that you just put in earlier. Next, I'm going to take this e.l.f. liquid glitter and put that on my eye where the taupe color is, and that's going to be my first layer of shimmer. And because this is a holiday sleigh, a holiday look, I love glitter. This is perfect for birthdays, the holidays, New Year's Eve. So if you want to, you can stop right here, and this will give you an impactful, glittery look. But of course, I really want this look to shimmer, so I'm going to take it a step further and add a cosmetic glitter on top of that. Make sure your cosmetic glitter is very finely ground so that it doesn't fall in your eye. You could cut your cornea. I wet a flat brush. You can wet it with water, a setting spray, anything really, and then lightly tap it on top of that e.l.f. liquid glitter. And that liquid glitter is going to help adhere the loose glitter that I just put on top. And it's going to make the look even more impactful. And look how bright and shiny that is. And then I'm going to take that brown from earlier, that cocoa brown, and I'm going to go back on the crease. Now you can skip this step if you want to. I'm only doing this because sometimes the glitter will go above my crease and I want to have a really sharp look. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. And be very careful if you can about applying the glitter, and try to stay below the crease because the look can get really, really big. Next, I'm just taking a fan brush and wiping away any glitter that's fallen onto the planes of my face. You can also use tape, roll tape around your fingers and just roll it across your hand. Next, I'm going to take a liquid eyeliner and go across my eye line to create a sharp eyeliner look. Next, I'm going to add mascara to my top and lower lashes, and I'm just coating the top and bottom lashes with lots of product. You can go on the top, you can go on the bottom, however you want. Just make sure you have lots of product on your lashes. And now I have a very defined eye. Now I can stop here if I want to. Next, I'm going to go ahead and sculpt my brows. You guys know brows are very important. This is a Studio Minx Precision Brow Pencil. And I'm just going to quickly carve out the shape. I start with the inner corners. I go to the middle, just outside the iris, and then I drop the tail of the brow down. And then I take the spoolie that is attached to that pencil, and then I comb the product through the hairs so that it has a natural look. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. And remember, you create whatever shape you'd like, and your brows don't have to be 100% perfect. Next, if I want to chisel out my brow and make it even more sculpted and beautiful, I'm going to take either foundation or concealer, and I'm going to just clean up the tail of my brow using a flat concealer brush. And this is just giving my eye more definition and shape and sculpting the look. Because this is a glamorous look, I want it to be very pulled together and polished. Next, I'm going to take MAC's brow gel in the color Girl Boy. It's a blonde, and because I have blonde in my hair, I like to lighten my brows. And you just run a little bit of that product through your brows, and it instantly highlights the brows and gives you a lighter color. Next, I'm going to go back into the Studio Minx Perfection palette with a fluffy brush. And I'm going to take these orangey, peachy, corally colors. And now I want to blend everything together. So I'm going to blend just above that crease where I put the chocolate brown earlier. And I want to run that into where I just put that concealer color under my brow bone so that there are no lines of demarcation. Everything is blended and smooth. Next, I'm going to line my lips with a deep purple plum colored lip liner. And if you want a fuller lip, then just overdraw your line. This is the Vamp from Studio Minx Cosmetics. It's a Pro Matte color. It is one of our most popular colors. This color will not budge. And it's a beautiful cranberry red that looks good on literally any complexion. This is perfect for the holidays. And it's going to dry matte. So there you go, guys, my finished look. I hope you like this holiday slay. You guys, please enjoy your holidays, and please, whatever you do, continue to slay.